year it has been for all of us. Now, as we stand at the threshold of a brand new year, just as the page is turned, I thought it would be wonderful to sit back and think of some of the things that I have learned in the past year. Time is everything. I know that for each of us, this pandemic has hit differently. One day we were walking around normally, the next we were locked in our homes with no idea of what would happen next. Each of us have experienced different things, different joys, different sorrows, different reflections, different tragedies, different kinds of success and achievements and whatnot. All of these packed into the single most universal thing in all existence, time. Now, however you want to define it or to accept it, time is the one thing that binds us all together. There aren't enough days to fill with all the good things in the world. Now we all have struggled with boredom and indifference and apathy. And yes, in these difficult times, we did all deserve a bit of slouch in our lives. But when you do step out, it's so wonderful to rediscover that there are unending things that we could do, learn, practice, see, and understand. The more you develop your curiosity, the more vibrant the world becomes. And of course, it is healthy for the mind and soul to be fed fresh things. Quality over quantity. Out of sight, out of mind. It is true in most cases. But where not true, you know that you found your true treasure. The past year made me realize who actually mattered, who were genuinely concerned about me, and who cared enough to spend those tiny 2 minutes regularly to ask how I was. And these are the people that should stay in our lives. It is always quality over quantity. What is the use of surrounding yourself with hundreds of people and acquaintances while not even one can stand with you when you really need them? Stop taking people for granted. Now, the previous thing that I talked about applies to ourselves as well, not just to others. It is our responsibility as well to ensure that people who really matter to us know that they matter to us. It is our prerogative to make sure that they do not feel taken for granted. And yes, it definitely should not take an illness to make anyone feel special and wanted. It should be a natural process. A natural way of being where the people special to us are reminded that they are special to us every day. Stop taking yourself for granted. And of course, the epicenter of our lives, ourselves and our well-being. Now, this year reiterated that taking care of yourself is the best thing that you can do. Nourish yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Give yourself what you need. Invest in yourself and your well-being. And this positivity will spread to other parts of your life as well. Everything is unpredictable. Well, indeed. I think this is something that we all have learned this year. Being prepared for the worst is good, but that cautiousness shouldn't stop us from experiencing the joys of the present moment. Embrace change, embrace the unpredictability. Try and see the bigger vision, though I know it is not always easy, but definitely worth it in the end. Appreciate the little things, but don't forget the grander vision. We're often told to appreciate the little things in life, And yes, they are definitely necessary and definitely valuable. But in my personal opinion, it is wise to keep your grand vision for life intact as well. Dream big, think big, feel big, and do big. Most of us hardly scratch the surface of what we are capable of, and we rob ourselves of this intoxicating feeling. Needless to say, this grand vision need not apply only for the materialistic things, but for every aspect of life. It is okay to allow ourselves to expect more magic in life, because it is definitely possible for each of us. Let go or be dragged. This is a Zen proverb, and I think I probably saw this in a little animation movie if I'm not wrong. And this proverb has changed my understanding of our personal morality, personal strengths, and perspectives. Let go or be dragged. So simple, yet so humongous in its implications. Now think of the visual of a person who is holding on to a moving vehicle, and the more he holds on, the more he gets dragged and dragged. Or maybe something a little less morbid, if you will. Life goes on, life moves on. People move on, perspectives change, dreams change. In short, everything changes and continually evolves. The more we hold on to that which does not want to stay, the more we inflict suffering upon ourselves. Letting go is not an act of weakness. It is an act of incredible self-awareness and wisdom. So yes, make sure you don't drag anything unnecessary into this brand new year. Truth always wins. This is a life lesson which most of us will have encountered or will encounter. I realized yet again that when you live your life by your values, by your ideals, by your dignity, then life will open up to you in ways that you never expected. We are human beings, not human doings. Now, this is a quote I heard from a friend earlier in the year, and it has stayed with me deeply. We put so much effort in trying to be useful and productive, which of course are wonderful things if done in an authentic way. Now, what I mean is, we do something because we want to do, not because of peer pressure or out of a need to prove ourselves or for any other external validation. It is perfectly okay to not do anything when the inspiration or the motivation is just not there. It is okay to give ourselves a breather. It isn't about doing only, it is about being. As I said, we are human beings, not human doings. A very happy 2021 to all of you. I do wish with all my heart that we all have a joyous and a peaceful year, both in our personal lives and in our world. Take care and have fun.